Hey everyone, welcome back to Culz Book Reviews. We're back talking more Goosebumps. This time, Goosebumps Series 2000 by R.L. Stine. This one is book number 21, The Haunted Car. Now we're checking this one out because we previously have checked out Stay Out of the Basement, which covered episodes 1 and 2. Episode 3 was Haunted Car, so hey, what better one to check out next than the one that's titled next, right? So let's check out the book itself and then we'll get to my thoughts. Alright, so up top you see the kind of classic Goosebumps font, and then you do see this comes from Series 2000, so it's kind of the second series of Goosebumps. You had like the original, and then you had this series, which was in 1999 leading up to 2000, I believe. Again, by R.L. Stine. You see his name there, you see the haunted car, you see this artistic rendition of like an evil car with teeth, which I don't think really ever happens in the book itself. It's just kind of like a nice sedan-looking car with kind of like a Corvette mix is how he describes it. It's never really titled, just kind of a unique-looking car, but it doesn't have like teeth or anything at any point. And then you get your little subtitle there, Go Start Your Engines. Alright, we see Apple Fiction again, number 21 Goosebumps, Series 2000. The Haunted Car. R.L. Stine, and then of course the Scholastic logo. On the back it's a little bit different, no just like classic art like we saw at the back, but you just see kind of like the teeth and the grill of the car there. It says, welcome to the new millennium of fear, Goosebumps Series 2000. A little bit about the book, and of course like many good Goosebumps, it tells you what the next book is to look out for. And you see watch Goosebumps on Fox Kids Network. Apparently it held the Guinness World Records for best-selling children's book series ever. I'm not sure if it still does, but I could definitely see that. And there's Mr. ISBN. Alright, so this one clocks in at 120 pages, so 2 pages short of Stay Out of the Basement that we read last week. And much like that one does, and pretty much any Goosebumps, it gives you an About R.L. Stine page, but also kind of gives you a look at the next book, so you can read a little bit of that. And of course, it's just going to be text, no pictures or anything, though the numbers of the chapters have been changed to be more of that kind of Series 2000 font. So yeah, let's get into my thoughts of the book. So as we talk about the books that the Vanishing, obviously, paying homage to or inspired or titled to, whatever, there are a couple of these Series 2000 ones which are going to be kind of interesting to me because I didn't really read too many of these. I was always definitely more into the classic Goosebumps series or the Give Yourself Goosebumps, like the Choose Your Own Path kind of ones. So I was really interested. This is definitely one I did not read as a kid, having not watched the episode at the time of this recording at least. I'm interested to at least see what kind of things they took from it, because obviously that whole story is going to be a little bit more Stay Out of the Basement, with just these ones sprinkled in. And at least we know at the end of episode 2, it ends with the broken car getting the spirit of Trey, so we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Maybe that's the closest we get to the haunted car. It's just the spirit of him has taken over the car itself. But yeah, so the haunted car is definitely a little bit more open world than the Stay Out of the Basement one, though the kids are still youngish. In this one, Mitchell is 12, with his brother Todd being 7. So again, kind of classic Goosebumps age. This one is a little bit more open world, like I said. It does take place over quite a bit more time as well. And I think another reason it's more open world is because the car itself allows the kids to travel more. This one, the basic synopsis is the kids recently moved into this house. The younger brother Todd keeps seeing ghosts everywhere. His brother Mitchell, huge car guy, making models of cars, drawing cars, knows every fact about a car, I guess. And he's always telling his brother there's no such thing as ghosts. There's every time his brother comes to get him to help him with the ghost he sees, it always turns out to be something mundane. Because they just had moved to this creepy house, it's understandable. It's just new environment. The kids aren't really used to the sounds the house makes, whatever. But their dad has a car which is kind of old, not perfect. He's tried to fix things and he's never really a good handyman. He kind of fixes it, but not to the best it can be. And so they're going somewhere at one point. The brakes fell. They crash. Luckily, no one's hurt, but they have to go get a new car. Mitchell comes across an ad for a car for sale, name your own price. So they go check it out. The dad's pretty wary, says, yeah, probably won't be able to get it. Might be really expensive, but they drive it. They see it's kind of this weird looking sedan. Kind of looks like a Corvette. Kind of interesting, silverish blue color. And it's only $5,000. The guy really wants to get rid of it. So there's the kind of brief synopsis. I don't want to spoil too much before we get to the spoilers. But overall recommendation and rating, so at least you guys can see that before I get into spoilers. I still recommend it. I think it's kind of a fun read. I don't think it's quite as good as the other ones, so maybe like a 6.5. So not quite Stay Out of the Basement level, but still pretty good. No like huge twist or anything like Stay Out of the Basement, so I don't know if that's more of a Series 2000 thing, as they were more maybe straightforward, maybe more trying to just be kind of horror rather than like Twilight Zone-y horror type of stuff. But yeah, I still recommend it. Still kind of a fun read. So with that being said though, let's get into spoilers. So if you're watching past this one, there's going to be spoilers for this book. So yeah, they do end up getting the car for a cheap $5,000. It does show its age though, because the dad's worried it might cost $20,000 to $30,000, which would be extremely expensive for cars, which is kind of like the base price for cars now. So obviously a lot's changed in 25 years since these were written. But yeah, the car turns out to be haunted. Mitchell is hearing like voices, like a girl's voice, and every time he gets into the car, it locks and he can't get out. Though every time he gets locked in, this mysterious girl who says she just moved there helps him out. And at one point, Todd says she's a ghost. She's the one haunting the car. And the car keeps trying to kill him. At one point, it like flies towards a train track and stops right before the train can kill him. He's freaked out, obviously. His parents don't believe him. They think he's just still in the car. Towards the end, the family goes to visit some other family. But Mitchell's left behind. And, you know, he's hearing the voices. He believes this Marissa girl is the ghost that's haunting the car, trying to kill him. Because, again, she shows up all the time right when he's getting out of the car, even if it's super late. So he's like, that's really weird. You know, who's doing that? She ends up calling around this time, and he's like, hey, I know who you are. Stop trying to kill me. Hangs up the phone, whatever. He goes to the car. Obviously, he's trying not to get in, but it just pulls him into the car like he just almost possessed himself. He has to get in, and the car is going to kill him, and always telling him it's evil. He finds that letter in the dashboard, but the girl's voice is coming through. He sees like a ghoul. It starts out kind of blonde in a veil-ish type of scenario, but then kind of goes into like the eyes are gone, that's the skull. It's just kind of creepy imagery, melts away into like a gas, like a green gassy like form, and tries to kill him. Says it's going to kill him because she died at 14 and she wants someone to be with her forever, so she's not alone. And at one point he's like, I want to go home, and she's like, oh, that's fine, I'll take you home and I'll kill you there. As the car pulls back up, they see fire everywhere. Turns out the handiwork the dad was doing with the electrical wire didn't pay off. The house caught fire, and he says, hey, had you not lured me out and tried to kill me, I would have died. But because you lured me out, you saved me. And so she melts away because her plan failed, and she fell, and so she's dead forever. She gets out of the car. Marissa's there. And I kind of called this. I didn't think Marissa was going to be the ghost because other people were interacting with her. So I was like, no, there's no way she's the ghost. She's going to be real. But the twist is she was the ghost girl's twin sister. Becca was the ghost girl. And she had tried to warn him. It doesn't come off as good of a twist, especially because she's still showing up at random times. How did she know he was going to be there at those times? Because she lives a little bit away. Her father is the one that sold the car to his father. So again, just kind of a strange little twist there. Doesn't really pay off, but again, kind of interesting, and again, kind of fun to see where at least the TV show took some inspiration from, and read a book that I hadn't read originally as a kid. So kind of fun. Still do recommend it, just not as good as the original series so far, at least these 2000 ones. There's only like 25, so be much easier to get through all of them. But yeah, not as good as Stay Out of the Basement by at least a full point, but still worth reading. Definitely better than some others I've read. So yeah, if you guys want to see more Culz book reviews, click that link to your left. Let us know. We'll do more Goosebumps, so maybe that link will pop up to the bottom left. For more here at Culz Paranormal, click the link to your right. Don't forget to hit the like and give us a subscribe, and let us know, hey, have you read The Haunted Car? And what was your favorite Series 2000 title? Tell us in the comments below.